The most recent chapters we have been reading in the book of Shemot have been going over the materials to be used and what was to be built for the tabernacle, the Mishkan. We have been in the planning mode, and this week it is all actually built as we wrap up the book of Shemot. We actually wrap up Shemot this week with a double reading, Parashat Vayakeh and Parashat Pikudei. Vayakeh means, and they were gathered. Pikudei means records, as record keeping is being done. Ele Pikudei HaMishkan, these are the records of the tabernacle. We begin with Vayakeh, with Moses gathering the whole Israel community. Vayakeh Moshe et kol adat Bnai Yisrael. He goes over with them what God commands us to do. Eleh hadvarim asher tziva Adonai la'asot otam. These are the things that the Lord has commanded you to do. The seventh day, a holy day of rest, Shabbat, is again greatly stressed. The importance of giving is also again much stressed. We are reminded that each of us is blessed differently, and we should use our blessings for the good. And here, those blessed with the skills of building and crafting are to put them to good use for the tabernacle, the Mishkan. Bitzalel and Ahaliab have the skills to take the lead here. It is well communicated that we should do what we do, the good we do, of giving resources, of giving skills, of whatever we give truly from our hearts. It is not just what we do, but the intent behind it is indeed important. And how wonderfully well the community comes together at this time. Marbim ha'am lehavi midei ha'avodah lamlacha. The people brought more than needed for the tasks. This can be seen as a key message of Vayakeh, how every one of us can play an important role. And if we each do our part, we are all then better off. When we come together for good, we can quite well do what needs to be done. And if each of us does our part, as is so well communicated in Pirkei Avot. Lo alecha hamlacha ligmor. You are not obligated to complete the task. V'lo ata ben chorin libatel mimena. But neither are you free to desist from doing your part. None of us is expected to do it all. But if only we each do our part, we make each other stronger when we come together. Vayachel, Kol Yisrael Aravim Ze Lazeh. We then shift from Vayachel to Pikudei. We shift from gathering to record keeping. Pikudei is kind of an accounting record, as Moses instructs. Aaron's youngest son, Itamar, records. He records not just who did what, such as Bitzalel and Ahaliab as the master craftsmen, but also that all the materials given by the people were properly accounted for, that none of the materials given were used for anyone's personal usage. That which we receive needs to be rightly used. And that which we give needs to be rightly given. As Talmud poignantly points out, he who gives should not remember, and he who receives should never forget. The shekels that each brought were also used for a census of sorts. And the accounting showed that our population of 20-year-olds on up amounted to 603,550 men. Pikudei also includes then the installation of the Kohanim, and the Kohanim to be an everlasting priesthood throughout the ages. The menorah is lit. The Mishkan is fully built and ready to go. The Mishkan is completed just 2 weeks before the first anniversary of our exodus from Egypt. And that, quite interestingly, is 9 months since we arrived at Sinai. In a way, it can be poetically seen that at Sinai, we were in a way conceived. And now, with the Mishkan, we were so born. And when Moses saw that they had performed all the tasks as the Lord had commanded, so they had done, Moses blessed them. Kasher tziva Adonai kanasu vayivarech otam Moshe. According to Midrash, Moses proclaimed, "May it be God's will that the divine presence rest upon the work of your hands." Such years later then becomes the culmination of Psalm 90. Vayehi Noam Aleinu Adonai Eloheinu. Let the graciousness of the Lord our God be upon us. Umaaseh Yadenu Konena Aleinu. Establish thou also upon us the work of our hands. Umaaseh Yadenu Konene. And the work of our hands establish thou. The building of the Mishkan can thus be seen as the paradigm for all of our labor and other such endeavors. Wherever and whenever we endeavor for good, we labor for good, we so build a holy tabernacle for God. Our good efforts, intent, values, existence can help bring about a holy place for God here in our mortal realm. And I will leave you with all that to ponder as we enter this special Shabbat that is Vayakeh-Pikudei, Shabbat Mevarchim, and Shabbat HaChodesh. And I wish you Shabbat Shalom.